Here's why running too many offers can kill your ROAS, or return on ad spend, and what to do instead. Are you running multiple offers at the same time but struggling with profitability? You might think having more offers means more sales, but if they aren't structured correctly, you could actually be cutting your ROAS in half. I've seen it happen firsthand. Today, I'll break down a real case study where a business ran 2 offers, saw a massive drop in ROAS, and how we fixed it to scale back profitably. Plus, I'll share an important trend I've noticed, why branding is starting to matter just as much as messaging when it comes to ad performance. Let's get into it. All right, so the problem, running 2 competing offers. I had a client running 2 different course offers at the same time. One was a low ticket mini course with an order bump and an upsell to the mid ticket course. The second was a mid ticket course with a VSL or automated webinar funnel and a sales page leading to checkout. Before introducing the low ticket offer, the mid ticket funnel was performing well at a 1.6 return on ad spend, all automated. But once we added the low ticket course, ROAS plummeted to 0.9x, cut nearly in half. So what happened? The core issues. One was offer confusion. Both offers were courses and prospects were seeing ads for both. They weren't sure which one to start with, which led to decision fatigue. When people are confused, they don't buy. Instead of working together, the 2 funnels were competing against each other. Second was ad fatigue and overlap. The ad creatives and messaging were too similar. Since the low ticket course was essentially a portion of the mid ticket course, the ads started blending together. We're using similar graphics, just changing up headline or 2, and instead of reinforcing the offer, they created a lot of noise. Third is funnel cannibalization. Running both funnels at the same time meant we were splitting traffic between 2 separate sales journeys instead of guiding users through a single, well-structured path. Instead of increasing sales, we were weakening the impact of each funnel. Here's the fix we made to align the offer strategy. So how do we fix this? First, we removed the low ticket course and restructured the offer strategy. Instead of having 2 competing courses, we focused on a single main offer and positioned the low ticket product differently. Here's what I recommend instead. If you have a mid-ticket course, don't use a mini course as front-end offer. It creates unnecessary competition. Instead, use a tool, template, or other resource that complements your main offer without confusing the audience. For example, in my case, like a profitability calculator, or 7 ad swipe file that made me $1 million, or something like that. This way, your front-end product provides immediate value and seamlessly leads into the core offer, which is the course, without any overlap. After making these changes, ROAS jumped back up to 1.65x, and we scaled up ad spend to $30K per month profitably. So if you're running multiple offers, be mindful of how they interact with each other. Make sure they are complementary, not competing. A lot of people, and I used to think this too, is just like an offer is just a piece of the pie. You can just create a mini course on a full course. But that's not always the case if they don't align correctly. I'm not saying that won't work. I'm just saying oftentimes when I've tried that, it's better to use a tool or a template or some other type of paid lead magnet instead of just another course.
Oh yeah, right.
So the shift, why branding is becoming more and more important. Now here's another key trend I've been noticing lately. While messaging is still king, I've been seeing more and more businesses focus on branding and aesthetics once their messaging is dialed in. Before, the primary focus of ads was always conversion and direct response. And while that's still true and it should be number 1 on the top of your list, prospects are becoming more brand conscious. They care about how a brand looks and feels. But here's the key, your branding needs to match your audience. For example, if you're selling to luxury buyers, your branding needs to reflect that high-end luxurious feel. It should feel premium and look premium. But not all brands should follow this approach. Some audiences prefer a more casual, down-to-earth aesthetic. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. Something can be polished without looking overly polished. It's all about balance. If you can nail both messaging and branding, you can see better engagement and higher conversions. For example, I have a client in the welding niche, and we tried a more polished version because people were complaining it looks kind of sketch, looks kind of plain Jane type deal for the landing page that we had, and we totally resouped it up, made it look more luxurious, more trustworthy. However, just the whole customer segment of who buys welding courses, we're selling to basically 40 plus men and 40 plus in age, and they were men. It didn't increase conversions. The same copy we split tested both, it did not increase conversions. So instead, understand your people, right? Understand if they're luxurious focused or not. We have another example is we have another client in the painting niche, and he helps painting contractors how to make a lot of money, right? Multiple 6 figures. And we have like this kind of off the cuff video sales letter that's been proven, been converting, shot with an iPhone known years ago. And then we've tested multiple VSLs to try to beat it. And we've tried polished versions, cool looking ads, all these things, humor, all this stuff. Humor does work, but the polished style doesn't relate to because they're contractors, blue collar workers. It didn't relate to them, and it never outperformed the OG off the cuff type of VSL. So understand your market as far as branding. So final thoughts, if you're struggling with multiple offers or feel like your ads aren't converting as well as they should, take a step back and evaluate your funnel strategy. Are your offers complementing each other, or are they competing for the same audience? And don't ignore branding. It might not be the first thing you think about when setting up ads or your funnel, but once your messaging is solid, dialing in your brand identity can make a huge difference. What's your experience with running multiple offers? Have you seen a difference in how branding affects conversions? Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And if you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more ad strategies and insights. See you on the next one.